Johnny Weissmuller was an American actor and competitive swimmer who rose to international fame in the 1920s and 1930s. He was known for his impressive swimming abilities and played the role of Tarzan in 12 films, making him a cultural icon. Weissmuller's athletic achievements and on-screen presence made him a beloved figure of the golden age of Hollywood. Despite his success in the entertainment industry, Weissmuller always maintained his passion for swimming and continued to be an advocate for the sport throughout his life. Johnny Weissmuller was born into an ethnically Banat Swabian family on June 2, 1904 in Szabadfalva, Hungary. Just 3 days after his birth, he was baptized into the Catholic faith and given the Hungarian version of his German name, János. In January 1905, when Johnny was 8 months old, he set sail with his parents, Peter and Elizabeth, on the SS Rotterdam to Ellis Island in the United States. The family eventually settled in Windber, Pennsylvania, where Johnny's brother, Peter, was born the following year. 3 years later, Johnny's family relocated to Chicago to be closer to his mother's parents. They rented a small space in a shared house where Johnny spent most of his childhood. Fullerton Beach on Lake Michigan became a special place for Johnny, as it was there that he had his first swimming lessons. He quickly fell in love with the sport and began entering and winning every race he could. When Johnny was in the 8th grade, his father left the family, leaving them struggling financially. Johnny had to leave school to start working and help support his mother and younger brother. However, his love for swimming remained strong, and he continued to practice and compete whenever he could. At the age of 11, Johnny lied about his age to join the Young Men's Christian Association, which had a minimum age requirement of 12. Johnny's swimming skills quickly caught the attention of the Young Men's Christian Association coaches, and he began winning every race he entered. He also excelled in running and high jumping, and soon he was recruited to join the prestigious Illinois Athletic Club swim team. In the summer of 1921, Johnny Weissmuller entered his first competition, the National Amateur Athletic Union Championships in Duluth, Minnesota. He emerged victorious in the 50-yard freestyle, beginning a streak of breaking world records. By April of the following year, he had set an incredible 17 new world records. The New York Times hailed him as a remarkable youth with an ability to propel himself through the water, and almost every time he dove in, an old record fell by the wayside. On July 4, 1923, Weissmuller competed in 5 races in Decatur, Illinois, and broke the world record for the 500-meter freestyle by an astonishing 11 seconds with a time of 6 minutes and 55 seconds. By this point, he had set over 50 records. In recognition of his achievements, the Helms Athletic Foundation awarded him the non-repeated American Swimmer of the Year award in 1923, as well as the Helms World Trophy as Athlete of the Year for North America in 1924. Weissmuller's participation in the 1924 Olympics was never in doubt, except for one question about his citizenship. Despite some controversy, he made the journey to Paris with the United States swimming team and captured 3 gold medals and 1 bronze. Standing at an impressive 6 feet 3 inches and weighing in at 195 pounds, Weissmuller set a new Olympic record of 59 seconds in the men's 100-meter freestyle by defeating his fellow teammates. He also set another Olympic record of 5 minutes and 4 seconds .2 in the 400-meter freestyle and won the men's 4x200-meter freestyle relay. As a member of the U.S. water polo team, Weissmuller and his teammates won bronze medals. With his head and chest held high and a powerful kick, Weissmuller continued to win national championships in both indoor and outdoor swimming competitions. At the 1928 Olympics in Amsterdam, he won 2 more gold medals, one in the men's 100-meter freestyle with a new Olympic record of 58.6 seconds, and the other in the men's 4x200 freestyle relay, where he and his team set a world record time of 9 minutes and 32.2 seconds. He retired as an amateur athlete on the 3rd of January 1929. Weissmuller then transitioned to the entertainment industry, making appearances in swimming documentaries, promoting swimwear for $500 a week, and even having a cameo role in a film. Alongside his friend Clarence A. Bush, Weissmuller wrote Swimming the American Crawl, 1930, where he discussed his success as a competitive swimmer and his perfecting of the American crawl stroke. The book included instructional photographs analyzing his hydroplaning strokes, breathing techniques, timing, and relaxation. Weissmuller's fame skyrocketed when he was cast as the lead in Tarzan, the Ape Man, 1932, after a successful screen test at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. He became the first talkie Tarzan and starred in over a dozen popular box office features. Weissmuller also appeared in other jungle adventure, contemporary, and horror films until the mid-1950s. In 1948, he co-founded a motion picture production company responsible for all of his Jungle Jim films. In May 1939, he began performing in Billy Rose's Aquacade alongside Eleanor Holm at the New York World Fair in Flushing Meadows. The Aquacade featured a 275-foot outdoor pool where Weissmuller showed off his swimming skills. When the war broke out, Weissmuller did his part to help. He spent 2 years training Marines in San Pedro, California. Twice a week, he demonstrated high-falling escape dives and how to swim in water inflamed with oil or gasoline. Weissmuller found success on television as well. He starred in 26 episodes of Jungle Jim in the 1950s. In 1949, he was elected to the Helms Swimming Hall of Fame, and the following year, he was voted by the Associated Press as its greatest swimmer of the first half-century. Weissmuller was presented with an honorary gold medal during the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, and he was inducted into the Olympic Hall of Fame in 1983, among the first athletes to receive this honor. Although Weissmuller was accomplished in his professional life, his personal life was tumultuous. He was married and divorced 5 times, and he had 3 children with his third wife, Beryl, Johnny Weissmuller Jr., Wendy Ann Weissmuller, and Heidi Elizabeth Weissmuller, who tragically died in a car accident. He also had a stepdaughter, Lisa Weissmuller Gallagher, with another wife, Bauman. Johnny Weissmuller's life was marked by extraordinary achievements, including the saving of many lives. One such instance occurred in 1927 while he was training for the Chicago Marathon. Weissmuller heroically saved 11 people from drowning after a boat accident. On July 28, 1927, a sudden and heavy squall caused the Favorite, a small excursion boat cruising from Lincoln Park to Municipal Pier, to capsize half a mile off North Avenue. 16 children, 10 women, and 1 man drowned, while 5 women and children and half a man sank with the boat when it tipped over. Rescuers were able to save over 50 of them. Weissmuller was one of the Chicago lifeguards who helped rescue many. As time passed, Weissmuller's health began to decline. In 1974, he broke his hip and leg, marking the beginning of a difficult period. While hospitalized, he discovered that, despite his strength and lifelong regimen of swimming and exercise, he had a serious heart condition. 3 years later, in 1977, Weissmuller suffered a series of strokes. In 1979, he entered the motion picture and television country house and hospital in Woodland Hills, California, for several weeks before moving with his last wife, Maria, to Acapulco, Mexico, the location of his last Tarzan movie. Johnny Weissmuller, the legendary swimmer and actor who played Tarzan, passed away on January 20th, 1984, at the age of 79. He died from pulmonary edema, a condition where fluid accumulates in the lungs. Weissmuller was buried just outside Acapulco, Mexico, in Valle de la Luz at the Valley of the Light Cemetery. During his burial, his coffin was lowered into the ground, and a recording of the famous Tarzan yell he invented was played 3 times as he had requested. The funeral was attended by many people, including Senator Ted Kennedy and President Ronald Reagan, who arranged a 21-gun salute in Weissmuller's honor. The salute was fitting for the actor, who was a true icon and a head of state in his own right. As Weissmuller was laid to rest, many mourned the loss of the man who had brought Tarzan to life on the big screen. He had inspired generations with his athletic ability and his charismatic portrayal of the jungle hero. Despite his passing, his legacy would continue to live on, as his Tarzan yell had become a cultural icon in its own right. Goodbye and rest in peace, Tarzan Johnny Weissmuller.